is going on YouTube? Smash433 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Y5 battle. This one is against ILoveAshley3333, and I have a UU match for you guys today with a brand new team I just came up with today, and I just got my first test out of it, and I enjoy using this team, especially considering a couple of my Pokemon are kind of unorthodox in their sets, and I really wanted to try them. So let's begin that battle. And my question of the day to you guys is, what is your New Year's resolution? Because it's New Year's Eve, and hope you guys are having a happy holiday season. I know it's almost over, which sucks, but whatever. So leave a comment down below if you want to. You don't have to, but it would be cool, because I like feedback. Not only that, but I like my comments. So I lead off with my Aerodactyl and Suicide Lead, so aptly named, and I go for the Stealth Rocks as he goes for the U-turn, because Flygon can't really touch Aerodactyl that much. So he switches out, goes out to his Milotic, and now I go for the Stone Edge, because hence the name, he's a Suicide Lead, and I just go for that Stone Edge, just to rack up whatever damage I can before I die. So that's what Aerodactyl does best. So I goes for the Ice Beam, and I really didn't care if it took me out, but it doesn't. I live with 28 HP, and I'm like, wow. So I don't know if he's running any special attack EVs or not on this Milotic, so either way, I go for the Stone Edge again. And if I got the crit there, that would have been hysterical. But he goes for the Scald, and obviously it took me out. I'm pretty sure if he went for the Scald, then he would have taken me out. So, well, kind of a misplay on his part, but not that big a deal. So I go out to my Slowbro, because I know I can wall this thing for infinite amount of time in a day. So now he's going to go for the Recover, I guess, just to recover the HP, because he knows I can't really do much to him without setting up first. So I go for the Calm Mind, and I realized on this next turn, oh, he just might have Dragon Tail, so I might as well go for the attack now. But what I didn't know is he happened to switch out. I guess he doesn't have Dragon Tail, so he goes out to the Hippopotas. And if I had predicted that, I would have gone for the Surf, but I just went for the safe Psychic, because I saw that he didn't have any Dark types, so I could go for the Psychic pretty safely. And considering that, I wonder what kind of Hippopotas this is. I doubt it's offensive, because it's Hippopotas, and they, like 99.9% of the time, run a Violite in UU. So anyway, so I go for the Calm Mind again as he Toxics me, and Slowbro does not appreciate the Toxic, really, because it's meant to stall out, and Toxic does you away in 8 turns no matter what. So barring that, Slowbro's in an okay position, and his Hippopotas goes for the Slack Off, as I believe I go for the Calm Mind again, just because I can. Oh wait, no, I went for the Calm Mind last turn, I apologize, and now I go for the +2 Surf, and obviously, even with a Violite, that is going to easily KO, so that is one dead baby Hippo. So now, I believe the score is tied 5 apiece right now, so because I know my Aerodactyl's knocked out, and his Hippopotas is done. So toxic damage is racking up here, and it's going out to Raikou. I have really not much of a choice but to switch out, and I'm going to go out to my Drapion, because it really can take its hits best. Because I was kind of expecting him to go for maybe Aura Sphere or something like that, but he just goes for the Volt Switch, I guess just to pick up momentum. And So he goes for the Volt Switch, and what am I? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. So my Drapion's not really going to be doing much of anything, and until like, the very end. So kind of a shame, but hey, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just don't use a Pokemon at all. So I switch on out of there, fearing the Earthquake, which is actually really, really obvious. I'm still torn between whether to use Lefties or Air Balloon for my Drapion, but I think Lefties is the better option. So that EQ does about 45%, and with Lefties, I'm back to where I started, and then with Toxic Damage, I have a little more than 50% left. So I just decided to go for the Surf. I didn't know if it was going to switch out or not. It doesn't really matter, because I'm going to hit pretty much anything that comes in with a Surf, and it's going to do quite a bit of damage, because Slowbro doesn't really lounge around with a special department. I mean, it has a base 95 special attack, I believe, or 100, something like that. Slowbro's actually, I don't know, it's just, its stat spread is really, really good. But anyway, Slowbro's doing its job well, and it gets out of there, and I decide to go to my Escavalier to take whatever it wants to throw at me, because I know I'm only going to get 2 hit KO'd at best. So he goes to the T-Bolt, and with Sandstorm, bringing my special defense to +1, that does an uncomfortable amount of damage to my Escavalier. I'm a bit surprised at that. And so he goes for the next T-Bolt just to maybe KO if that was minimum damage versus max damage, but now he gets the Paralysis. Not a big deal, because Escavalier is not going to be outspeeding anything anytime soon, and so I just go for the safe return in case he either wanted to switch or stay in, whichever. But now he goes up to his Milotic, and I don't know if he just didn't know his types, to be honest, because I guess he thought Ice was super effective against Bug, but it isn't. But I missed the Mega Horn. Not that big a deal, because I don't know what he was thinking here, to be honest. Like, if he was expecting a switch, or I don't really know. But anyway, I just go for the Mega Horn again. Now, telling that I went first, he went for the Dragon Tail, because it has 9-6 priority, so I don't know why he went for Dragon Tail at this point. He could have KO'd me with Scald, most likely. So, I'm not exactly sure why he did what he did. But he goes up to his Victini, and he made a good prediction here, and I don't know, I wouldn't have taken whatever it threw at me anyway, but I decided Victini are more physical than special, so I decided to go to my Arcanine to soften the blow and the fact that I resist his stab. But he goes for the Fusion Bolt, predicting that, and I know he told me he was banded, but he gets a crit here, and from full health, I mean, come on, that mattered. That crit definitely mattered. So, I was lucky on his part. And now I go out to probably my favorite Pokemon of this UU team, Machamp. This is a Scarf Machamp, which you really don't see at all. And I really wanted to try this thing because I'm like, this set looks really interesting. So, running 4 attacks with Choice Scarf, and I'm running Jolly Nature, and it outspeeds a lot of the metagame, actually. It outspeeds Flygon, it outspeeds Victini, and Milotic, so I decided to go to my Escavalier to take whatever it's going to throw at me. I personally thought, since he went for the Outrage, I might be able to live it with Escavalier, but I don't. So now, my Escavalier is done, but it's not that big a deal. It was crippled anyway with Paralysis. So I go to my Slowbro because I know I can take 1 hit from it. And I go for the Surf, and I'm like, come on, Slowbro. But it leaves it about 10-15%. So I kind of figured it wouldn't KO. So now my Slowbro's gonna die to the next Outrage. And I just figured I didn't want anything else taking this Flygon's Outrage, so I just left Slowbro in to die. But Slowbro did a good job. So I go back out to my Machamp, and whether or not he decides to switch, I go for the Stone Edge regardless, because if he had gone out to his Victini, it would have died. If he had stayed in with Flygon, he would have died. I believe his Raikou died. Yeah, his Raikou died. Well, he has Roserade left. And I guess his Roserade is Scarf as well, because it outspeeds me, so that tells me it's either Scarf or Max Speed Positive Nature. But I don't think Roserade caps off past 100 base speed. I'll have to check on that. But gives me the Leaf Storm, and I live with 12 HP. I'm gonna die to the Sandstorm damage, but Machamp did a bit of work there. But now my last Pokemon is my Drapion, and he goes for the -2 Leaf Storm, and it's not gonna do jack diddly to this thing, because Drapion has good special defense and it resists. So I go for the Whirlwind just to do a little torture to this guy, because he's gonna die to Stealth Rocks anyway. And Victini comes out, and this changed the entire game right here. He goes for the Zen Headbutt, I believe, because he's running the Banded set. So I'm like, he could have killed me off with any of his moves but Zen Headbutt. I guess he thought I was pure poison, but I go for the Crunch, and from less than 50%, that quite obviously killed it. So Drapion got 2 KOs today, so way to go, Drapion. But his last Pokemon, Roserade, and kind of a humiliating death. He dies to Stealth Rock, but that was my play because I whirlwinded him out. So that was a good game. ILoveAshley3333, I believe their name was. So that was a good battle. We had a couple of laughs, and like he said, if you haven't watched that movie Tangled, don't watch it. It's awful. So with that in mind, I hope you guys have had a happy holiday season. I know it's almost over, and school will start for a lot of us either on Monday or Tuesday. So hope you guys are having a great New Year's Eve. Have a happy New Year's Day, and hope 2012 goes well for you guys as well as it does for me. And hopefully 2012 will bring more Pokemon battles. So until next time, Smash Bros. 33, out.